My name is Shelina and I own a company called Declutter Me. Declutter Me was set up in 2013.
If you have your artwork, you'll need to put it.
Declutter Me is an organisation and decluttering service for the UAE for homes and offices. So you go into people's homes, say to their wardrobe, and you help them clear the clothes from the wardrobe, which is say broken or doesn't fit or just doesn't look good. Get rid of those items, and then you help them organise into proper systems into their wardrobe so they can easily find things. So I do that within the home and also in offices. With homes, you're dealing with individuals or families, and you go through each room or whichever room is badly cluttered, say the kitchen or the bedroom. With offices, it's a wider area. So usually I do a presentation for all the staff to help them understand how to declutter their desks, because you're more productive when you have a clear desk. It's not true when people say if you have a desk full of papers that you're productive. It's rubbish. So I help them understand the concept of decluttering, and then I also help them to organise all the paperwork and the filing and to create systems on their hard drives as well, so that everyone can easily find items when needed within the office. I moved in 2005 to work for a big airline company in their legal department. I've lived here for 8 years now. It's become my home, and I do love being here, and it's easy to start a business here in a sense. Like this business that I've started, it's a new concept here. So it was a great opportunity to start something new here. Whereas in England it's saturated, so and the weather is better here, so I prefer to stay here than to go back home. I've been working in legal departments since I left university, so I've been doing this for 14 years. And after a while it just becomes the same, whichever company you work for, and it just got frustrating working in the corporate world. I wanted to help people, I wanted to be my own boss, I didn't want to answer to other people. And I just had a passion for this, so I just thought, let's do it, let's try. You can try and see if it fails or if it works, and if it fails I can become a solicitor again, so I've always got that as backup. I had to research globally, so I joined groups of professional organisers and associations in the UK and USA to get advice and from other organisers globally to see how they set up the business, because everybody started, or most people started, and it was in a new area or new country. But I also researched to see what the market was like here. I've been to people's houses and I've been in offices and seen how disorganised the areas are. So I saw that there was a market for this kind of service here. The research I did here was on what people bought, how people looked after their houses. My aim or my view was mostly on long-term expats and locals, especially these two groups. They have been here for a long time, obviously. They have big houses, they have family, they may have maids and nannies, but there's no organised structure within their homes. So I focused on that mostly on my research. With offices, I looked at offices that have been especially in industrial areas for 20, 30 years and never changed. They've grown the business to become big, but not changed how they work, what their systems are like. I worked in Jebel Ali, so I know what a lot of the offices are like there, so I use that knowledge and research to do the business plan. I have always done this, even since I was a kid. I've always decluttered my stuff. And then I'd always go into friends' houses and families' houses. I mean, I go to my parents' home and I still keep on cleaning up everything. So it was something I always liked doing and had a passion for. And I never thought you could make it into a business. And then I researched and I found it was a big industry in the UK and the USA. And I thought, why not? I love doing it, so why not use the skills that I've learned over the years and do it for other people and for offices. I can look at an area, I can see, say a kitchen area, I can look into a cupboard and see that there are certain food items that need to go anyway, that need to be thrown away, some that need to be kept, that they're in the wrong areas. And I can see that things have to be in certain positions. So, you know, all your baking goods should be in one cupboard, all your spices and oils, anything that you use for cooking should be in the cupboard nearest to the cooker and should be organised together. So I know, that where things should be organised, and it's kind of common sense, but some people just, they haven't got time or they don't know how to organise or clear up everything. My main challenges were that it's a new concept here. People didn't understand the word decluttering. There's still, people do ask, I have to explain what I do, but it's becoming more and more known now, especially because there's programs from the USA that are shown here. And the other challenge was deciding which free zone to open the company. I'm a company secretary by trade, and I knew most of the free zones, but it's still, you still have to try and find the right one. You have to think about the costs, the admin, the ease of discussing the formation of the company with the free zones. So that was difficult, but otherwise it's been relatively straightforward. I belong to the professional organising group, so I discuss with them, and the organisers will say they encountered something with a client which will be of interest to me, so I learned from that. There are associations in the UK and USA. I get their mailings, but we can't become members if you're outside the country. So I do get some tips from them, but there's no proper training currently here. It's something that, eventually if there's more professional organisers here, we could start an association here. But for now, it's just learning on the job and learning from other organisers. My long-term vision is that everybody in the UAE understands what declutter means, and that it's a well-known brand here, that people will see it and go, oh my God, that's Declutter Me. And then after that, I want to grow into the GCC region and then eventually into the MENA region, because there is no service like this right now in this region. So I want to be the one getting in there and helping other people. Well, I have lots of advice for them, but the main one is have lots of money, save. Don't quit your job until you have a lot of money in your bank account, because you don't make money at the beginning, whatever you think. And talk to friends and network. Network everywhere. Join networking associations. Go to, like there's a Dubai Chamber of Commerce, Women's Council that I belong to. Just talk to everybody and anybody. People will give advice most of the time for free. Which is great. So that's my main piece of advice.